Hello from Bali. Where to begin? Let's begin with the straight up and obvious. Bali is a beautiful place. This is the villa where we're staying right here. It's actually two, but we're in that one. Surrounded by coconut trees, banana trees. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. The sun is already blaring down on the top of my head. So first of all, Bali is beautiful. You should definitely come and check out Bali if you haven't been here. Second thing that really struck me about this place, and I was half expecting this, of course, that was just how cheap everything is. My girlfriend booked the villa, and the one we stayed in before this, I think it was about £10 a night or something, so the equivalent of maybe $12 a night. But of course, the first thing we did was we got a meal. We sat down in what I would consider to be quite a hipster-fied looking place. You know, the sort of place you see all up the high street in Shoreditch, Brooklyn, New York, right, Bangzar in KL. And we had 3 dishes, and each one of them was incredible. Had like smoked mackerel porridge, and just, it was so cheap. It was like £2 a dish. And if I hadn't learned this lesson already, it's really been hammered home since coming here. It was my girlfriend's birthday a couple of days ago. We went out, we had an incredible day, we had a private driver all day. He took us to a butterfly park, he took us to see a waterfall, incredible scenery. He took us to, we had this incredible experience in this jungle near a ravine, and we walked in, instantly greeted by an incredibly friendly young Indonesian dude, really good host. Showed us around his forest, showed us very proudly his Arabica coffee beans and his Robusta coffee beans, his cinnamon bark and his vanilla tree, and all these different ingredients that they use. And then took us into the side room. Oh, showed us his civet cats. And then into the side room where they were grinding the coffee beans that had been excreted by these civet cats. And then he sat us by the edge of the ravine, overlooking the jungle and all the palm trees and coconut trees and banana plants and the river down the bottom, and brought out a tray of 13 different teas and coffees for us to sample, all completely free, with exception to the 14th cup, which was civet cat coffee, which cost the same as a coffee in Starbucks. But he was saying to us, oh, it's the most expensive coffee in the world. Well, maybe if you drink it in England. If you drink it here, it's just like any other coffee. And it was, of course, a beautiful, beautiful cup of coffee. And at the end, I just had to buy a few bags of coffee and tea myself to give away. Anyway, that was a highlight for me, one of the highlights. But then we got driven via a silver shop. Didn't buy anything because there the silver was inflated like hugely, 10 times what it should be. This necklace here cost me about 15 quid, which you know, is obviously not a lot of money really to invest in jewelry, but it was. It seemed like a good deal. I bought that a few days before. In that shop, this would have been about 150. So we're just like, thank you very much, but we'll pass. And then we got driven back to our village where we had a 90-minute massage each in the most beautiful looking spa I've ever seen. The massage was incredible, super well trained masseuse. And then we got taken, okay, so final piece was we got taken to this restaurant, taste the menu. Turns out this place is the number 2 rated restaurant in Indonesia on TripAdvisor. Not even just the number 2 specialist like tapas restaurant or taste menu restaurant, the number 2 restaurant, number 10 in all of Asia. And it was incredible, this place. It's called Kuka Flavor. And all of that, the entire day, private driver, 90-minute massage each, one of the best restaurants in Asia. All of it together cost probably about the same that one fine meal in London would cost. And I'm just like, hello, why is no one doing this? Why are so few people still doing this? We're still in the early adopter phase of digital nomadism, of mobile working, of mobile living. Blows my mind. For me, it's just a no-brainer. Staying in England and paying English prices is just, I don't think I could ever comfortably go back to it. It's just really hammered home for me just how inflated prices are, and how much the same thing will cost, basically, you know, 4 times the amount for the same thing. I think that's the point to drive home here. The cost of social normalisation is very high. Very, very high. And surely there comes a point where we think, okay, as much as I like to sort of do what everyone else is doing, I get a certain comfort in that, at what cost? How much more expensive would it have to be for us to say, this just doesn't bear utility for me anymore, it just doesn't give me an efficient, fulfilled life? I mean, you could work for 3 months in England and live the rest of your life here. That's 9 months doing whatever you want. Sitting on the beach drinking pina coladas, or hopefully maybe not just doing that, but maybe also creating something as well. I think a good mantra for life is, especially for those at early stages in their life, or those at junctures, is first learn to survive doing what you love before you even think about trying to thrive doing something you hate. In fact, don't even go there. So anyway, guys, that was it really for me. Just wanted to convey that message to you, and hopefully encourage you to do something similar. But there may be some objections, and the objections might be, well, I'm tied into a job that offers annual leave, or I'm tied into a mortgage payment. So am I, but the place I've bought is on Airbnb, so hopefully that allays that objection. Airbnb, it's a big deal, check it out. If we're talking about an annual leave issue here, in fact you've got a desk-based job and you can't take away more than 2 weeks at a time, or 5 weeks in a year, there is no quick, hard and fast solution to that. You can negotiate with your boss all you like, or you can say, why am I being imprisoned in this way? To put it bluntly, if you can take your work away with you, and you can perform just as well, if not better, on the road, do things more efficiently, then why the confine of this annual leave that only allows you to go away for a couple of weeks at a time? If working your job requires you to be in location, then maybe it's because there's a lot of interpersonal communication that has to happen as a result of inefficiencies that have arisen within that corporate structure. Well, then again, of course, I'm not saying answers are easy in practice or that they happen instantly, but in principle, you might want to ask yourself, why am I spending so much of my time, my life, in essence, on these processes which serve no purpose other than to give people something to do with their time? When, let's be honest, we'd all far rather do other things with our time. So, hope that was useful, guys. I'll be recording several more videos from here, no doubt, but yeah, I'll catch you next time.